In this lecture, we will look at California's Tenant Protection Act. The purpose is to show where the various codes that make up the TPA can be found. The subsequent lectures will cover the material in more detail. At property management companies, handling inquiries from tenants and landlords is never-ending. The more common questions about single-family residential properties involve raising rents, notice requirements for raising rents, and the proper notice for terminating a tenancy. On the surface, the questions sound simple. However, things are never what they seem. In this case, the answers are both complicated and more manageable. Before diving into these topics, please understand that we do not offer legal advice. Our goal is to summarize the laws relating to residential real estate, rent increases, and notice requirements in a manner that can be easily understood. If you have questions about commercial real estate, please call us. The typical investor in single-family residential properties will typically investigate the laws relating to raising rents by contacting their property manager or searching the internet. In either case, understanding the codes may appear daunting. Many sections within the California Civil Code and Civil Code of Procedure must be considered. However, there may be a better way to proceed. The California Tenant Protection Act provides many exemptions. In fact, Section 1947.12 exempts single-family homes and condos, provided that the owner is not a real estate investment trust, a corporation, or a limited liability company in which one member is a corporation. As a result, there is no cap, and rents can be raised as much as the landlord wants. In addition, landlords do not need just cause to terminate a periodic tenancy. The only requirement is that tenants be provided written notice that the residential property is exempted from that section. Please contact me if you need a copy of the proper notice. We will look at evictions in more detail later in the course. The California Tenant Protection Act, also known as AB 1482, provides tenant protection by limiting rent increases and enhancing eviction protections. It has been codified in California Civil Code Section 1946.2 and subsequent changes. Other sections of the California Civil Code relevant to rent increases include Section 1947.12, subsection D5, and Section 1946.2, subsection E8. On July 1, 2024, new legislation under California's AB 12 was codified in California Civil Code sections 1950.5 and 1950.6. Those codes limited security deposits to 1 month's rent for furnished and unfurnished units. We will talk much more about these topics later in this course. In addition, there are references to other sections of the California Civil Procedure Code, such as 1161, which relates to just cause evictions, and 1101.5, which discusses other just cause evictions. So which properties are subject to the Tenant Protection Act? If a landlord owns a property older than 15 years and it has 2 or more units, the Tenant Protection Act likely applies. Now that we have a basic awareness of the relevant codes in California, let's focus on the operation of the Tenant Protection Act.